Hey, I was just want to make a quick video real quick because a couple of days ago I was talking with a buddy of mine just and we briefly talked about it. If Overwatch and Overlord collabed, the anime, and we just kind of talked a little bit like who would be a good match with each other, who we'd want skins for, and all that. And I thought, I kind of thought about it a little bit more, and I thought it would just make for just a neat video, just kind of talk about if they were to collab. Because a while back they did it with One Punch Man. So, that's an anime, so who's to not say they won't collab in the future with Overlord? I mean, who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. It's whatever, though. How I'm going to be doing this, though, is... so in the One Punch Man collab, they did 4 heroes, if I'm not mistaken. One was Doomfist, then they had Genji, Soldier, and then Kiriko. So 1 tank, 2 damage, and 1 support. So I'm doing like 4 official skins. Like this is what I would really want. I'm gonna have some others. I'll just kind of throw those out there, not go into as much detail as I will with these 4. But yeah, hey, let's get started. So first one, I would want there to be Ramattra with an Ein skin. Now I'm gonna put up a screenshot of those two kind of together. As you can see, I think they share. I think this is like the closest we'll get. I think this guy's perfect for an Ein skin or Momonga. I think that's how you say it. But because you see, Ramattra has like that rib cage almost. You know what I'm talking about? You see that? And then Ainz has his exposed. Um, yeah, I just think they share a lot of similarities. Like, well, I guess the cage, the rib cage is the biggest one. But also, it seems like Ramattra has sort of a purple orb in his chest, and Ainz has that red orb, in the center or whatever too in his chest. They both use staff weapons, and I know you know, the staff that Ainz holds, the guild staff. I forget if it's a weapon. I think it's just he can kind of do whatever he wants with it. It's like does like multiple things. But if Ramattra had to have a weapon with the skin, it would definitely be the guild staff, for sure. But honestly, man, I think these two just are perfect. I think they're perfect. It may not be like 1-to-1. Like they might not get it perfectly, but I think they could get it pretty damn close. Because I guess they just kind of like have a similar frame almost. Um, I guess, right? Only problem I have with it is when he goes into that big mode, right, with the fists. I'm not quite sure what they would do with that. Um, Maybe they can make it where it's just like in season 3 he's kind of like facing off with some of these dudes in his own arena, and he's kind of just wearing nothing but like I guess some what was it? I think it was just like a brown rag, sorta, and it was exposing like his upper skeleton body. So maybe they could do it like that, because he had really nothing else on it. I think he had shackles or something. I'll put up a screenshot. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not the best at describing things, but yeah, then maybe they could do that for his big form. But yeah, man, I mean, if you look at the two side by side, you'll see what I'm talking about. I think it's a perfect match. I think the guild staff would just be perfect as the weapon. And yeah, they just kind of have the same build, sort of, right? I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. Um, Moving on, though, for number 2, uh, Reinhardt as Cocytus. Now, we'll put up a screenshot of those two. I think this is, like, perfect, man. They have the same build. They're large. I know Cocytus's weapon isn't a hammer, but I think it's pretty close as halberd. Uh, what's it called? I think it's called Decapitation Fang. Yeah, I think it's also perfect. I don't know if they would add the tail. That might be a little too much, but if they did, at least they would have to shorten it some. But hey, that's not. I don't say that's a problem though. But I think these two, Reinhardt and Cocytus, if Reinhardt got a Cocytus skin, I just think that'd be perfect, man. I think that's a really good match. Um, but yeah, as for the weapons though, I know I said the halberd, but he also has another weapon. His katana, Godslaying Emperor Blade. I guess it could also work. You could have that if you wanted. But I think his halberd. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, by the way. I think that'd be a super good match, though. Um, the picture I'm showing you right now, kind of like showing the weapons. It doesn't look that big, but I'm pretty sure if I remember right, in the anime, it's like real huge. Because Cocytus is like a big dude. I guess like insect or whatever. He's a big dude. But yeah, I think they would work perfectly. I think they're perfect for him to get a skin if he got that. Just the same size build, all of that. And I guess they also have matching personalities too, because Cocytus in the show, I think he's a pretty honorable dude. Especially, in Nazarick. I think he's like the most honorable besides Sebas. Moving on though for number 3. Kind of had a little bit trouble with this, but I thought it could work. I think it could. Hanzo as Sebas or Demiurge. I think they would probably work out. And the reason I even picked these two was because Hanzo in the game actually has a suit skin. I'll put up a screenshot of that. So you kind of already see how it could work. But yeah, I just picked these two. I thought that'd be a semi-good. I thought it was a good fit. Or semi-good. I don't know. But I thought it was a decent fit. Hanzo and Sebas kind of have, I don't know about same personality, but I think they're both honorable too. Pretty sure Hanzo is. Demiurge, not so much. But I think it could make for a great skin. Yeah, sorry, I don't really have too much of an explanation here compared to the last two I just did. I don't really have much of a weapon either to give them. They could probably do something. There's probably a weapon in Overlord they could give them. But yeah, I think it could make for a decent skin though. Hanzo as Sebas or Demiurge, one of the two. Maybe Sebas. Maybe, I don't know. Moving on though to number 4, Mercy as Albedo. And the reason I even picked this is because Mercy actually does have a skin with horns. And I think she's the only character to have wings. Am I right about that? I'm pretty sure she is. Sorry if I'm forgetting someone. But yeah, I think that'd be a really decent fit. At least Albedo with her dress. You could also do it with her and her armor. That could also work. But I think in dress form, I think that'd be a really good skin. I guess they just kind of have that same build, right? I don't know. But I think that'd be a decent skin. Mercy already has a skin with horns. I think they probably won't put the wings. I think Albedo's wings are at her hips, right? Somewhere. You'll see the screenshot though. You'll see where they're at. They could probably work with a little bit, they don't have to move the wings down. They can keep them there. That wouldn't be a problem. But I think with a couple of tweaking, they could probably make it a real good skin. I think it matches. As for the weapon, so in season 4, Albedo is seen kind of walking around, and I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Sorry if I screw it up. I'll put up a screenshot too of it. But she carries around a weapon or a world item called Gnungagap. Gnungagap. So what it does is I think it makes she can't be mind controlled because it's something that happened in season 1 with somebody else. So she carries that whenever she goes about outside the kingdom and all that. But yeah, I would want that to be the weapon for the skin. I think that'd be real nice. Now I think it's a lot smaller, but I think in the show it is pretty small, I think. But I think they could easily make it into a staff for Mercy to hold. They would obviously have to do some tweaking to it. It wouldn't exactly look like it, but it would be similar to it, right? I think it'd be a good skin. But yeah, with that out of the way, that's the 4 official ones I want. Uh, I hope I described them on why I kind of wanted it as good as I could. I'm kind of bad with words, but I'll let you be the judge of it though. But now that we have the 4 official ones that I would really want, like if they did collab, I'm gonna move on to some others that I picked as well. Starting off though, first one would be, and I won't go into as much detail, sorry. But first one would be Moria and Negredo. I know Negredo doesn't really appear much in both the anime, novel, and I think even manga. She doesn't really appear that often at all. But they kind of have the same build, sort of, right? I don't think it'd be too hard to make a skin for Moria. I think it'd be pretty decent. The next one, Kiriko and Intima. I think this would actually be perfect. Intima in the show actually does use talismans, and so does Kiriko when she heals. And they also could easily make a maid outfit, like what Intima wears for Kiriko, for sure. And yeah, I mean, you just see the similarities. I mean, you see it. I mean, they could easily do it. Next one, this one might be a bit of a stretch, but I think it could make sense. Reaper and Pandora's actor. Now, compare these two. Pandora's got a bright outfit. Reaper's kind of like, all black and all that, edgy. I think it could work though, because Reaper wears a mask, Pandora wears a mask. They both got a coat. I just think it could work. I mean, you see what I'm kind of talking about. Maybe. I think it could work. Next one would be Farah and Red Drop, or what was it called? I think it's just like Armor of Reinforcement. Not the guy himself, but the suit. I'll put up a screenshot. Unfortunately, I don't have a good one, so you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. I can't compare the two, but I think they could easily make one for her with just the armor, not the actual character, just the red armor that the dude wears. I think that'd be a cool skin. Next one though would be Junkrat and Demiurge. Now, if Hanzo didn't get Demiurge, I think Junkrat would also be a pretty decent fit. Yeah, they just kind of, I don't know. It just seems like kind of a decent fit, I guess. I'm having a little trouble with my words here. But when you see them kind of compared side to side, I think it could work, maybe. I don't know, because Junkrat's, slouched over, and Demiurge is always like standing up straight. I don't know. I think it could work, maybe. The last one would be Junker Queen and Albedo in her armor. Now, I know I said I'd want Mercy, as Albedo, but I think Junker Queen, that was in her dress though, but I think Junker Queen having a skin as Albedo in her armor could easily work. I think that'd be a decent skin. Because, I think Junker Queen is pretty damn tall, and I think Albedo is also tall. So, and actually Albedo is a tank. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's a tank in the show. And she also carries an axe as well. I don't know, I forgot if it had a name, but if it does, I'll put up a screenshot of it. But she does carry axe in the show. And Junker Queen has an axe, so I think it could work. But yeah, sorry if I went a little bit quick there, or if I stayed hung up about something. I have trouble with my words sometimes, or all the time, really. But I just really wanted to make this. I just think it's a interesting concept or whatever. Just who I'd want to have a skin, or just like comparing the two. I don't, I don't know. But If you watched this far though, and if you actually have any people you'd want skins for, like, you know, if you've watched the show and all that, if you think someone would be better as a character than what I suggested, or have uh, you know, idea of your own on who you'd want to be put in, leave a comment below if you're watching this, because I always look at them. But yeah, anyways, if you watched this far, thank you for watching, and take care. Have a good one.